degree and to become a natural doctor. And my emphasis is in emotional health, specifically for women who are aging, and we deal with all kinds of emotional issues, and then our life gets out of whack, and so that's where I'm working at. For me, it's kind of important for me to work in the realm with other coaches like this, because this is new to me. I'm the oldest one here, I'm most certain. And so getting used to all of this stuff is important for me, because this is not the way I've worked for the last 20 years. Everything's been one-on-one, in person. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing so many of the Zoom events, and to go ahead and work through all of the money stuff, which is really good. I've been self-employed since I was 13, so this has kind of been a roller coaster ride for me. There you go.
Thank you so much, Tina. All right, Josh and Cecilia. Oh, I'm so happy you're here as well. I would love for you both to, introduce yourselves.
Hello, guys. I'm Joshua. I know this is a goddess workshop, but I figured I'd come and join you. So I'm currently in Canada. I'm from Florida, from Miami area. And today I'm looking forward to really undoing the programs that are preventing me from being able to charge what I know I'm worth, and getting through all of that. Damn it, I don't know how to ask for money, but I know that I should ask for money, but then not really asking for as much money as you should, and just really getting through that.
Yeah.
And I'm Cecilia. I'm also in Canada. I think what I want to get out of this is kind of the same. It's I know I have a lot of programs running in the background that are telling me just I worry about prices and how much things cost, and I'm always looking for sales, and just thinking scarcity mindset a lot of the time. And so I really want to unwrite that and just know that the universe is abundant, and that everything is coming. And I feel like it's shifting, but every little piece towards that direction is just so beneficial. And so remaking myself.
Yeah, what's available for others is available to you, and we live in such an abundant universe. And cool. Also, I want to show everyone too is that my branding is totally female oriented. It's all hot pink. The name of this workshop was Become a Money Manifesting Goddess. But as you can see, Josh still showed up. So I know a lot of you can be afraid to niche down, but you will still have the right souls and the right energy that will want to work with you and reach out to you no matter how you brand yourself. So I always love that Josh comes to my workshops, because I'm like, yes, it just goes to show that it's okay to niche down and you'll still attract the right people. So thank you for being here, Josh.
Thanks for having me.
All right, Alexandra, you're up.
Hi guys, my name is Alexandra. I'm from Hungary, and I'm a sex coach and a tantric body worker. So I'm having also similarity like Tina, that the last year I've been working offline mainly and doing body treatment and releasing and stuff. So now I'm getting more used to expanding my brand and getting more visible. And I really feel that it's a great way to practice, and also to see how other people do Zoom calls. And with the money, I feel that I reached a point when I kind of I stretch myself into asking more, but then I kind of hit a plateau that when I try to ask more, I really start feeling like, oh my God, this is too much. When I know that I've been studying a lot, I'm doing a lot, I invested a lot in my stuff, so I should be able to ask more for my packages. So I decided that's when I saw the title that, wow, okay, so must be something still in the background. There's a program running, so I want to clear that. So that's, I'm really looking forward. Thanks for the invite.
Yeah, of course. And Alexandra has a new YouTube channel that she just started. You should totally put it in the chat box. You guys should subscribe.
If you find, I would be happy. Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. I was looking at some of her videos. It's all about this sexual and tantric work, and the videos are really bold. It was about sex and masturbation and all. I loved it. It was amazing. So.
And I'm just getting into it because it's so strange to speak to the phone. But it will come along. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Taylor, you're up.
All right. Hi, guys. As you guys know, I'm Taylor, and I'm from Colorado. And for me, I've been having a back and forth battle with my relationship with money. I quit my job in December. So I've been really struggling with it. I was like, you know what, I'm quitting my job and I'm going all in for my business, and that's what I'm gonna do. And it's been very challenging. I've had a lot of moments where it's like, oh, why did I do this? I need to go get another job. I actually got a job, so that way I have consistent money coming in. But it took me a long time to really go through with doing that, because I felt like I was like failing myself by getting a job. And it's kind of embarrassing because I'm telling everybody like, you don't need a job, but it's like, you need a job. Like, it's good to like start something of your own, start your own business. But having that consistent money coming in is so important, because that way you're not worrying about paying for the bills. You're more so having focusing your energy on your business and serving your clients at a higher level. So it took me a minute to get that. And really at this training, I want just building a better relationship with money. And I've invested a lot in my business as far as like coaching programs and having a business coach, and me just being really hard on myself because I've put so much money out and I'm not getting the return of investment in 100%. So it's kind of like, oh, what am I doing? But just that battle that I'm having, that internal battle of like putting out and then what am I getting in return? And that comes with money and the decisions I made. So that's me.
Thank you for that intro, Taylor. And, I used to do that back in the day too. I would tell people of like, you need to go all in. And if you're not all in, you're not serious. And if you get any backup jobs, then it's because you're not committed. And I've realized that I have to change that story. And I really advise and guide people with just saying like, what makes you feel the safest when you wake up every day? And what's going to allow you to powerfully show up in your coaching business and on your sales calls. And if that is that you have to get a part-time job, or even a full-time job right now, there's still so many hours in the day when you can work on your business and all of that. So yeah, if anyone has any shame around that of like, oh my gosh, I thought I'd be doing my business full-time, but I'm still wanting to have this job to, be able to have this consistent income, like you do what you have to do and you take care of you, and only you can make that decision for yourself. So I'm glad you brought that up, Taylor. Imani, you're up.
Hi, everyone. Actually, speaking of that, like we're in my classroom where I teach for Q Kid, which is kind of like a VIP kid type of situation. So yeah, I did coach training almost creeping on a year ago, and I am finally like starting to like make money with one-on-one clients, which is super duper exciting. I brought on a lot of clients last week actually, but now I have this idea that, oh, the money is going to run out. And oh my goodness, like this is exciting, but now what am I going to do to sustain this? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Also, my intention is to maybe like get behind some like self-sabotaging behaviors when it comes to like actually making money as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh, love it, Imani. Yeah. And I actually taught ESL to kids in China for 6 months a couple of years ago. And so if anyone's looking for a great online part-time job, it was bringing in me about $1,000 a month, which, as you all know, that can cover a lot. So, and now I'm a professional dog walker as well. And Kristen knows. Kristen's one of my dog walking clients, and yeah, I think there's all kinds of ways to get creative with making money, and we just have to be open that it can show up however it's meant to show up. Money is money at the end of the day. So. All right, Alyssa, you are up.
Hi everybody. I don't always look this bad, I promise. But I'm suffering with allergies, but at least, we have this, and I'm just excited, like even whenever I'm not feeling good with my coaching clients, I can get on the phone and still do it when I'm resting. So it's really nice. I have been coaching for a year, almost a year and a half. I took the plunge and completely just quit my job. My job had made me really ill with pneumonia, and I really hated it. And I'd been wanting to do it for 5 years. And then my coach just helped me take the plunge. And I did kind of feel like some of the people that have spoke before at one point, I'm like, okay, I'm just starting off. How am I going to make ends meet? I was coming from a place of scarcity, and I was really lucky to have, a mentor, because I did work part-time with events. So what I found was helpful was the skills that I really did like. How can I freelance with it and make sure that anything that I do aligned with life coaching? So I did freelance media and then events, and just made sure that it didn't cut too much into my time with my life coaching. But I'm doing really, I'm making ends meet, but I'm not making anything more. And then I had a really big hit with COVID for my social media clients, because they had to close their doors. So I could have come from a complete place of scarcity like I did last year, but what she's going to teach today, and we talked a little bit about it before, is just that, it's just great to come from a place of faith and to know that it will come if you just really believe in it and manifest it. So I think my next step is to just get the last 2 clients that I need to get back where I was 3 weeks ago, because fast, and I'm ready to go online for these types of group coaching and really charge what I'm worth.
Absolutely. Fuck yes. I love that, Alyssa. Thank you for being here. And the 2 clients, they are coming your way. I feel it. All right, Miss Monica.
Hey everybody, we got the Colorado crew here today, Taylor and Tina. Good to see you. I'm also here in just south of Denver, Colorado, and I'm also I'm a Real Talk and public speaking coach. Krista is co-founder of Fearless Public Speaking as well, so do a lot of different things. I have similar stories to many of you. I quit my corporate job just about a year ago, actually, next week, to go full-time in my coaching and work through my divorce and all of those things. And money issues go like way back in my family, that whole scarcity mindset, or not talking about it, especially the idea of like this kind of work not necessarily being stable. So I think someone mentioned monetary stability and owning your own business. It was Kristen. And I've got the same kind of stuff where it's like, can I actually do this? And how do I not get sidetracked so much by all of these other things? Because, I do some part-time work too, but I think it's also easy to get sidetracked by like money, but then you have no time or energy to do your business. So I'm just trying to get to a place of figuring out what I want to be doing and then being able to charge what I'm worth too. So all the same things everyone's already expressed.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Monica. So happy to have you. It's so weird not to be leading a workshop right now.
It's so weird not to be talking right now, but it's kind of nice actually.
Yeah. So I just want you all to pay attention. There's a reason I'm having you all introduce yourself and talk about your intentions, is so you can see that you're not alone. As you can hear everyone's stories, right? We all have stuff that we desire around money and stuff that we're working and processing through. So I think that's the most important part of healing our relationship with money. So the workshop's already begun, is just acknowledging what you're feeling and where you're at and knowing that you're not alone. That's everything. So, okay, let's keep going. Susanna, you're up.
Hi everyone, I'm Susanna. I'm currently based in Ireland. I am a wellness and creativity and fertility coach as well. I'm currently, so I feel this topic has so many layers. I've done some healing on it. I'm currently working on my relationship with my father, and I realized a lot of issues come from his conditioning as well, and his beliefs around it, and like what I remember from childhood. Him saying there's never enough was one of the main beliefs. And I just realized what Monica said about entrepreneurship, and because he's tried to be an entrepreneur and failed every time he did. Then I realized it's also coming some of it from my mother, and like being worthy of receiving it. And when I do have money, I spend it really quickly. And I think it's because I'm really good at that. But I feel it's like because I don't feel worthy of it, so I just give it away. That's a big one. So I think allowing myself to receive it and then enjoy it or whatever. There's something about allowing myself to receive it and being worthy of it. So it's what I'm currently working on. And the balance, yeah. And something I noticed in your invitation is the value, what I offer for free as value in my business, and then what I charge for is kind of, I feel it's off balance. So I think I have the balance off. Yeah.
Okay.
It's an interesting topic.
Yeah. So helping you get more in alignment with your paid offerings and having that feel. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here. Erica, your turn.
Can you hear me? Yeah. So I'm a certified life coach. I live in Belgium. And okay, why I'm here, like Susanna, I think my money issues are going back into my childhood as well. Very similar situation. But in the same time, I realized lately that it's something I want to help other people with. You know how they say your ideal client is what you were like 3-4 years ago. So I thought that I might be the best person, you know, to help others with the same issue. But until then, I still need to do a couple of things to dig out the solutions for my issues. I've been working on this topic for the last year, and I reached the point in which I'm now comfortable charging as a coach, as a healer. But yeah, it's a huge topic, and I'm sure there are some other things that can help me feel even better.
Yeah. And I love what you said, Erica, and I want you all to pick up on that is we have to treat ourselves as our own best client first, because if we don't, then if we're trying to help other people through their money stuff, then it's going to bring up all our own triggers. And so it's so important for us to do the work ourselves. And that's just with anything in life. You know, we really have to take care of our own needs first before we can take care of other people. So I love that you have that outlook, Erica, and that's what brought you here today. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I see that it says E. Is this Kristen?
No, I'm Katie, but...
Katie. Yes, that's what I meant to... Katie Pittman, right?
Yeah, I just go by E. It's more of me being aligned with my higher self, which is what I do with coaching. I'm a mindset coach, but helping women get in flow with their higher self, being their authentic self, and just empowering them to take life by the reins and make their own choices. They're choosing their life minute by minute. So that's my job, to empower them. I'm just really excited as a mindset coach to be here to see the mindset shifts. I'm working on healing my relationship with my mother. I have a very wounded past with her, and I realized money did spring up a lot from that, and spending it and letting it burn a hole in my pocket, in my wallet. So I'm just really here and open to all the different money mindset shifts that I know you have planned.
Absolutely love it. Thank you for being here, and so good to meet you. Yeah, and just so you all know, like when you think about it, money is a piece of paper. It is literally a green piece of paper printed by the government. It's what money represents, and it's how it makes us feel, and it's where all the stuff comes from in our past, and we'll explore all that today. So just remember that, okay? Money it's not about money. It's literally a piece of paper. It's more about what it means. And so that's why it's good with your clients when there's money objections. You always want to dig deeper because it's never about the money. All right, Tanya, you're up.
Hello, I'm Tanya Griffin. I currently live in Hoover, Alabama, which is a couple minutes out from Birmingham. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and I'm in a coach training program right now. So I'm just right in the beginning stages of coaching, but I'm just trying to learn more. Once I actually get into coaching more, like what to price, because I'm just afraid of, I don't want to charge too much. I'm just starting out, but I don't want to charge where it's just a little bit. So, I want to still be able to make a good amount, but I don't want to, I don't know. I'm just scared of what to do just starting out.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about this class and learning, finding a different mindset. So it will take that fear out of the money part for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when you're starting out on this adventure, there's so many different questions that you have to start addressing, and you covered some of them. So happy that you're here. All right, Jessie, you're up.
Hi everyone, I'm Jessie Christian, and I'm based in Finland, originally from Germany. And I work as a self-love coach, supporting women and feeling happy in their bodies, healing their relationship with their inner child, and letting go of the inner critic. And yeah, so what I'm kind of working at the moment when it comes to money mindset is this idea that money needs to be earned the hard way. So my dad was also an entrepreneur, and he was successful, but he worked like all the time, each weekend. And the lesson that I got from that was, if you want to be successful, you need to work 24/7. I see it in myself. I have, like, my boyfriend even called me out for it, where he's like, "You're working again, Jessie. It's like 10 in the evening and you're working." So I want to let go of that idea that money always needs to come from hard work. Maybe work can be joy, work can be fun, work can be playful.
Yes, that was my story for the longest time, is money only comes from doing work that we hate. And then when I started doing coaching, and it felt so good, and I felt guilty, and I didn't want to take people's payments because I was like, oh my gosh, this feels good, and I would do this for free, so I probably shouldn't charge. And I had to like quickly correct that, because that's what we're shooting for here, is right. We want to be able to make money in a way that feels really good and easy and aligned, and we get to use our gifts. So thank you for bringing that up, Jessie. Okay, Vivian.
Hi, everybody. I noticed we have the same lipstick color, Krista.
We do, yes.
I love the yellow behind as well. And yeah, so Finland crew here as well. I was thinking about it, and it's funny because I almost became a millionaire. 3 years ago, I started travel business, and well, it's easy to become a millionaire there in the field that I was doing, because you could charge 3 to 4K per travel package. So I was hosting people here in the Nordics, and I was doing that for the groups. So the sums that were coming to my account were huge, and at one point I just had to be okay with it. That being said, it didn't really leave me I wasn't really per se very profitable, and I was definitely morally broke. So that was 2016 when I started that, and that's been quite a journey of all kinds. Now transitioning to coaching, I haven't been able to charge the same way. Like I didn't have even tiny feeling of anything like charging my client 10K for a travel package.
but now it's different and I'm here to change it. Then on top of that, I live in Finland, which is very, very all about equality, and everybody, how do I say that? I don't know. Like, I guess deep in my heart, I don't even like capitalism. Like, I don't think it's a good system. I understand I need to live in it and exist in it, but like, I understand that many of my issues are coming also from the fact that I don't like to see other people suffering. So I think much of my money guilt comes from there.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, Vivian. And that's an important point you bring up. So just so you all know, Vivian's really good at making money, and she does.
Oh yeah, I manifest in a crazy way.
Yeah, she is really powerful. She's a powerhouse when it comes to money. But it just goes to show, and you said morally broke, and I think I've heard you use the term soul broke before as well. You can have a ton of money and still be unhappy and still be miserable and still have a really fucked up relationship with money. So again, we create this story of like, oh, when I hit 6 figures or when I have this dollar amount, then I'm going to be happy. Then I'm going to feel safe. Then I'm going to feel powerful. And that's missing the whole point. It's like, how can you feel good with where you're at right now? And because you could end up, hitting 6 figures in your coaching business and still not feel good, and something could be wrong or in another business or anything that you do. So again, we do want to make sure we don't fall into that trap of like when I create this success, then I'll feel a certain way. So thank you for bringing that up, Vivian. Okay, we have Melinda and then Catalyst and then Stephanie.
Hi, sorry I'm late. So I guess I'm Melinda. I am a life coach. I do leadership and empowerment coaching, and I'm ICF certified. And my mindset, is that what we're talking about? Mindsets?
It's just, what brought you to the workshop today? What's your intention?
To hear about, bringing more abundance into my business and into my life. But I do like the discussion around mindset, because I'm the same as you, Krista. I thought that the only way to make money is I had to work for someone else, really, and work hard. And working for someone else, I could always show up for someone else and for that paycheck and work really, really hard. But when I was showing up for myself, that's been more of the challenge. But I also have a mindset that money will appear. So, but you also have to work for money too. So, but I do have that mindset that it will just show up in my life. So I kind of teeter on both sides.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. There's a balance of, you're right. You can't, again, I think you may have missed this. You can't just like lay in bed all day and say, I want to have 6 figures in my coaching business, but then you don't want to like be doing 12-hour shifts every day in your coaching business and burning out either. Like, there needs to be this ease and flow of, I know it's coming, but I also have to show up and do a certain amount of work as well. And that balance looks different for everyone. So
yeah, and making a lot of money doesn't make you happy necessarily either. If you're not happy, or if there's something broken there, it's still there, because the money can be coming in and it can be, everyone can think it's the best job ever. Oh, you're so lucky. But unless you're really happy or you're at peace inside and you're able to, show up for yourself, that's very different.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I was making really good money as a nurse and I hated it. I hated it every single day.
Yeah.
The money didn't matter. It didn't, right? It pays the bills and the food and the house, a roof over your head. But other than that, I was so miserable. So.
Yep. I can totally relate. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Who else? Okay. So Catalyst and then Stephanie.
Hello, everyone. My name is Catalyst. I am an intuitive body worker, and my best clients out of that are usually the ones that I get to do some alignment coaching. And what I like to, the way I phrase it is, I'm a facilitator of awareness for my clients, where I get to help translate the body's subtle language of communication for a lot of the energetic and metaphysical reasons why there are physical ailments in their body. My deepest passion is helping people who have been through trauma reorient their relationship to understand how safe they are and how much they can provide for their own bodies. This whole COVID thing has definitely forced me to switch up what it is I do, because I'm a very hands-on person, super touchy-feely, really want to give people the oxytocin boosts, and now I can't do that. So my shift has been to do video calls and intuitively guided self-massage. I really am passionate about educating people on how to take care of themselves, because I have had the biggest problem taking care of myself. Absolutely. When I got into any form of a job, I was like, screw being an entrepreneur, screw running my own business. Like, that sounds like a lot of paperwork and taxes, and I don't want to do that. I just want to show up for my job, get paid, go home, not think about it. And the further I got into the inner work from I have a large community of friends who are all coaches of varying degrees. Like the inner work got more and more, and I was like, oh, I don't actually get to do the inner work, or I'm not legally allowed to talk to people about that stuff if they're showing up for a massage and I'm working for somebody else. So I have to, what I consider is like, I have to listen to spirit. Like, I have to do the things that I'm supposed to do, because I can't, if I ignore it, then I won't receive the blessings that are coming to me. If anybody is familiar with the Enneagram system, I am a 2. I am a helper. I am fantastic at making other people feel good. Following my own advice is very hard for me, but I have been working through that a bunch lately. I have read several self-help books and ones that are oriented towards your relationship with money. My parents fought a lot when I was younger based on finances, so I grew up thinking that conversations around money were only going to be stressful. I never wanted to have a shared bank account with my husband, because that equaled problems, and we should keep our finances separate so we're completely solid individuals. That is not my reality whatsoever. So I've worked through that and some self-worth issues. It's just been interesting these last several weeks. I am leaning into trust and patience to figure out what feels the most true for my practice, and how to best communicate what I intuitively do for other people's bodies, and how to translate that for other people to listen to what their body is asking for. And I also have started creating custom self-care rituals and products for people, which I send out for our sessions. So they get a custom oil blend, which I used to love making for all of my massages that I would give. So I have I'm making potions, and that's really fantastic. And herbal baths and bath salt mixes and facial scrubs and just body care products, because you should take care of your temple, right?
I love it.
So yeah, so I'm very thankful for this workshop. I'm super grateful for being able to interact and listen to everybody else's stories, because perspective is the biggest thing. I can't make it on my own. I definitely need the energetic support of knowing that there are people out there doing the exact same thing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Catalyst, for being here. And you definitely need to connect with Tina. You guys have very similar type of energy and do very similar work. So, and it's funny, Tina already mentioned in the comments what she does. So yeah, you guys need to connect after this class. All right, Stephanie, our new mama.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So, I guess my biggest thing for wanting to come to this workshop was that I'm really in a weird transition area. I've always been really good at making money. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've had multiple business ventures. I've done coaching, business coaching, boutique coaching. I had a wholesale distribution company, and I've owned a boutique. And they were all very successful, and I was good at making money in them. But the biggest thing for me was that they weren't quite exactly, I didn't feel I was in my soul purpose at the time. And the only time I really felt like that was when I was doing different ventures with my coaching business. So I actually took about 6 months off. I just had a baby a couple months ago. And so I've just really been enjoying every minute with that. But now I'm getting into a point where I'm ready to get back into my sole purpose of making money and being an entrepreneur and really finding out what I want to do. Because right now I'm just kind of open. I'm not sure what that is. So as far as making money with it all, I know that I want to, and I know it's going to come. I just don't know how. And I think that that can be a good thing at times. So.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. So good to have you here today, Stephanie. And yeah, you are another powerhouse when it comes to making money. You are very good at making money. So if you can do it in one area in your life, you can do it in any area of your life. All right. Thank you, everyone, for introducing yourselves and being so raw and vulnerable with your stories. And you can see that's so beneficial. It's helping out everyone on the call today. So let's go ahead and dive. Okay, first I'll just quickly say what our agenda is for today. So we're going to start out with some tapping and a hypnotherapy meditation to start to heal our subconscious mind and unblock if there's any stuff going on there. Then we're going to do some journaling and go through that worksheet I gave all of you. And then we'll actually take a quick little break after the meditation because I'm 9 months pregnant and I'm going to have to pee. So, and you guys can all take advantage of that too. And then we'll do a little bit of hot seat coaching, and then we'll do our drawing at the end. Susanna said me too, but I'm not pregnant. Okay. So raise your hand if you've done tapping before. A lot of you have. Okay. And maybe some of you haven't. I'm just going to let you guys know tapping is the shit. It's amazing. I've been doing meditation for years, and I think tapping trumps meditation. Like, you can just instantly feel the benefits. And I gave you a resource in one of the worksheets of a guy, Brad Yates, who has this amazing tapping channel on YouTube. But that's part of my spiritual practice that I do every morning. I do 10 minutes of tapping. So I wanted to lead you all through a tapping meditation today with our money fears. And there's 9 tapping points. So we'll start on the karate chop position on our hand. And I'm just going to take you through it really quickly, and then we'll get started. So we'll start here, and then you'll transition to your forehead, and then the side of your eye, and then right under your eye, then under your nose, then on your chin, your collarbone, and then under your armpit, and the top of your head. And then we're just going to keep going through those points together. And so you guys are going to follow my lead, and then we're going to say these mantras out loud. So I'll say it first, and then you're going to repeat it. Remember, keep yourself on mute. And I promise you're going to feel so much different in about 10 minutes from now. And also, too, on a scale of 1 to 10, let me know in the chat box, where are you at right now with like money fears, money worries, concerns, anxieties? So 0 would be like, I'm good today, not feeling anything, super confident. 10 would be like, oh my gosh, I'm freaking out. I think the money's going to run out. I don't know where my next paycheck's coming from. So let me know in the chat box on the scale of 1 to 10, where are you at right now in your relationship with money? And just be honest. There's no judgment here. You don't have to pretend to be okay if you're not. You get to show up as you are. Okay, so we got people a little bit all over, which is perfect. Okay, and then we're going to remeasure that after the tapping and the meditation. So let me pull up my notes really quick. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So go ahead and start tapping on that karate chop point. And remember, you're going to repeat after me. Even though I have all this money fear, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I have all this money fear, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I have all this money fear, I choose to love, honor, and accept myself. Now we're going to switch. All this fear that I don't have enough, and the fear that my money could run out. All these money fears make me feel anxious and nervous. And it's not good for my health. I'm losing sleep over this. All these financial fears. And I can't pay my bills with my fear. But I'm ready to stop letting the fear control my life. I am a money magnet. I choose to be an even stronger money magnet. I choose to be irresistible to money. I'm attracting more and more money. I'm letting myself know it's okay for more money to show up in my life. I choose to be really comfortable with money. I choose to feel really good about money. Money comes looking for me. I welcome it with open arms. I'm clearing any reasons why it's not okay to attract more money. I'm using money in really good ways. I'm making really good choices at how I use it and spend it. I'm clearing any reason why I can't have large amounts of money. So it becomes better for me to attract money. I'm allowing myself to attract more and more money every day, to become a super strong money magnet. Money flows freely to me. I release all resistance to attracting money, and I'm worthy of a positive cash flow. There is always more than enough money in my life. I naturally attract good fortune. I am financially free. My income exceeds my expenses. I deserve to be paid for my skills, time, and knowledge. I have a positive relationship to money and know how to spend it wisely. My income increases constantly. I am wealthy in more ways than one. My job in business allows me to live the life I desire. I am connected to the universal supply of money. I am grateful for the abundance that I have and the abundance that's on its way. Every dollar that I spend and donate comes back to me multiplied. I can look, right there, sorry. I can look at my finances without fear. I choose to live a rich and full life. I give myself permission to prosper and grow. I am worthy of all the riches I desire. I have the power to create the success and build the wealth I desire. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. Rest your hands on your lap and have your palms facing up towards the sky, connecting your thumb and your first finger. So this is opening us up to receive today. Relax your shoulders, wiggle your toes, soften your jaw. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Inhale in through your nose. Exhale out through your mouth. Let a wave of calmness wash over you with every breath. Continue to relax deeper and deeper with each breath. Letting yourself go to a level of relaxation that you're comfortable with today. And only you can go as deep as you want to. Remember that you're safe, you're in control, you are powerful. You get to decide the type of relationship that you want to have with money today. So continue to go deeper with each breath, letting go of any worries, fears, to-do list, distractions, and just being present in your body at the moment. Now I want you to think about your relationship with money. Think about going into your bank account right now and seeing that number. Notice what feelings or emotions may come up for you when you think about that. Or maybe it's getting on a sales call and telling someone what you charge. Where in your body is this feeling? Is this emotion currently residing? Does it have a shape, a color, texture? Who put that thing there? How long has it been residing there for? If this emotion or this object or thing could speak, what would it try to tell you right now? What would it have to say? Listen to its message. What wisdom or lessons have you learned from having this object or this emotion with you for so long around your money? So many of our answers lie within our bodies, not our heads. So by dropping into our bodies, we can start to heal. So what would it feel like to have this emotion or this object gone? What would be possible in your life without it? So go ahead and make that change now. And fill the area with something else that feels better for you. Something positive, light, crystals, flowers, love. What do you notice now? How do you feel? Now I want you to go back into your childhood and think about the first interaction that you had with money. Remember, don't judge. Just observe as an innocent bystander. What was that interaction like? Go through the memories and the events in your head. Feel the emotions that came up for you. What kind of wisdoms or lessons have you learned from the trauma that you've experienced in your past around your money? How can it benefit you? How can it help you in this present day? How has this experience shaped your character in a positive way? Now I want you to look at the younger version of you in front of you. The one that was hurt and wounded in some way by maybe a parent, a teacher, a mentor, a community member, a friend. And I want you to hug that younger version of you and tell her that she's okay, that she's safe. It's okay that she went through that experience. And share any wisdom or advice that you would like to give that younger version of yourself at this time. What does she or he need to hear? Now we're going to transport ourselves to the future. Imagine a future version of yourself standing in front of you right now. It's a version of you that's already achieved her goals, her dreams, her vision, and has gained the skills and knowledge and tools. She makes a lot of money. She's very successful in her career and her business. She's so confident when it comes to asking for what she's worth. Look at that future version of you and notice how she looks and moves and dresses and carries herself and the type of energy she has. So as I count from 1 to 3, you're going to step inside their body and become her. 1, 2, 3. Notice what it feels like to be inside the future version of you. How does it feel? What do you notice? What things are you thinking? How do you spend your time? How do you choose to live your life? Now, on the count of 3, you're going to step outside your body and back into your present self. 1, 2, 3. What do you notice now that maybe you didn't notice before? So every morning when you wake up, be sure that you're in that new body. And allow that new body to get you out of bed and guide you through your morning routine and through your day. And every night when you're ready to go to sleep, make sure you're in that new body so it'll guide you through your dream time. And any time that you feel you may have slipped out of your new body, you can simply do as we've done here is close your eyes, imagine the future version of you, and step back in. So now we're coming to the end of our meditation. I'll count from 1 to 5, bringing you back to the present time and space. But I want to remind you that you're going to remember everything that we've done and said and worked through so far. And your subconscious mind is invited to continue the work, to continue to reveal to your conscious mind more wisdom and deeper understanding of these issues, and to let the healing happen naturally and when it's ready to come up to the surface. 1, 2, coming up more to the surface. 3, coming back to the present time and space. 4, coming up a little bit higher. And 5. You're fully back in your body, aware of the moment. You can open your eyes, wiggle your toes, your fingers. You can stretch your arms up to the ceiling. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for doing that with me. Okay, let's go ahead and take a quick little break. So let's do 5 minutes and go to the bathroom, grab a little snack, a drink, and then we'll get started with our journaling. All right, everyone. Let's come back. Hopefully you feel all relaxed and focused and zen. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the worksheet now that I sent to you all. And we're going to, so this is gonna be very interactive. And the first one you probably saw is we're gonna do a brain dump. So I want you guys to grab a piece of paper and a pen. And for the next 5 minutes, 5 minutes or less, you're just gonna go and you're gonna write down everything that you know to be true around money. So actually, hold on, let me read the exact question. Let me bring up the worksheet. This is an exercise that I do with a lot of my clients and they love it. Here it is. Okay, so this says for 10 minutes, but we're not going to be doing 10 minutes. So for 5 minutes, write down as fast as you can, uncensored, anything and everything around your fear of making money, asking for money, charging money for your services, and accepting money from others. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and then I'll have you guys put some of your responses in the chat box. But just for right now, on a piece of paper for the next 5 minutes, you're going to write down completely uncensored everything about money. So your fear of making money, asking for money, charging money for your services, and accepting money from others. What comes up for you? Don't judge it, just get it out, get it on the paper, write it down. Yeah, so for anyone who joined in late, we have a couple more minutes. You're taking a piece of paper and you're just brain dumping all of your stuff around money right now. So your fear of making money, asking for money, charging money for your services, accepting money from others. We want to start to get these things out of our head, out of the hamster wheel, and onto paper. It's very cathartic. Okay, so the next question is, what surprised or shocked you about what came out onto your paper and the common themes you see emerging with your relationship with money? So what surprised, and I would love for you guys to put this in the chat box. I'm going to put this question in here. so we can all see. So what surprised or shocked you about what you wrote about and the common themes you see emerging with your money relationship at this time? Put your answer in the chat box. Okay, so Alexander said, need to work more on my belief on self-worth. Tina said, how can I charge to help people? Monica said that receiving money equals I am good, so therefore I am bad if I'm not receiving money. Oh, interesting. Jesse said, feeling like I'm not good enough, professional enough to charge certain prices. Making money needs to be hard and money doesn't just appear. Liz says, I don't want to assume people think I'm too expensive. Kristen said, how money is related to my self-worth. Yep, Linda said value of coaching, my coaching. Erica's theme was negative energy surrounding money originating in childhood. Catalyst, asking people to dedicate time to themselves, my biggest personal issue. Amani said, money adds pressure to be good at what I do, which triggers my perfectionism. Josh said, it's difficult asking for more money for my services, feeling unworthy. Yeah, got some good stuff coming up here. So this is where, as Josh likes to say, healing starts with feeling. So we're acknowledging what's coming up. You can't heal what you don't know what exists. So this is bringing this all into our existence. So again, remember, try not to judge today. Don't be like, oh gosh, I have so much money stuff. This is disgusting. This is gross. I thought I would be good by now. I've done so much work. Or we don't want to do that self-sabotage. We really want to honor, like, okay, this is what's coming up. This is what's ready to be healed and worked through. And it's not about getting rid of the money fears necessarily, but it's just recognizing and being able to respond quicker. That's how you know that you're improving. Okay, so E said, for me, I realized both my fears about charging my worth, asking for money for services, was that it's done from previous things said to me. So you're worthless, only bums ask for money, both from my mom. Interesting. Okay. Taylor, that I've proved to myself multiple times that I am worthy and still deep down feel unworthy due to certain childhood experiences I haven't fully healed from. Stephanie said, coming from a place of need when asking others to pay me, but also the fear of not having enough for basic needs. Vivian said that it is not about money for charging, but more about me getting more focused and doing work on that one. And the money I got from the government, I'm worth it because I'm going to change the world. Yes, you are. I had issues with receiving the sum. Yeah, there can be a lot of guilt with accepting good money. Tanya said, I'm scared to ask for money when the world is going through so many money issues. Yeah, we'll talk about that today for sure. Thanks for bringing that up, Tanya. So which of these stories are no longer serving you? Okay, so I want you to think about that. Which of these stories are no longer serving or benefiting you or your audience? So just pick the biggest one. Pick the biggest story that you saw that emerged from the meditation and the exercise today. And so I want you in the chat box to tell me which story is no longer serving you anymore, and what do you want to start changing the story to? Because remember, we can't sit. It's good to recognize and acknowledge when the stuff comes up, but then we also kind of have to take the next step. And the next step is saying, like, okay, this is what I'm going to change it to. This is going to be my new story. So if my current story is that I'm a bad person for asking for money, then the new story is it's healing for me to charge for my services. Right? So I want you to tell us in the chat box, which is the story, which is the biggest story that's not serving you anymore, and what are you going to change that story to? Okay, so Monica said she's a good person no matter whether she has a shit ton of money or not. Absolutely, Monica. Yes, you are so good to your core, and the money in your bank account has no connection to that whatsoever. Yes, I want to change the mindset of not being worthy to I'm worthy of abundance. Absolutely, you're so worthy of abundance. Jesse said the story, I'm not good enough to receive good money. I need to work hard at getting it. The news story is I'm so worthy of receiving money and I'm safe and open to have money come into my life with joy and love. Yes, yes. Write that on a Post-it note, Jesse. Repeat that every day. Tina said that the coaching world is drenched with coaches and will be hard for me to stand out. Yeah, that's a common thing for a lot of coaches. I will change that to my work and my ability is worth more and my work will stand out. Absolutely, Tina. There is no one in the world who can replicate and do what you do. And that's the truth. Alexandra said, asking premium prices for my services is not spiritual or not in a place of helping. Okay, yep, that's a common thing. New story, more money equals better serving. Absolutely. When you guys have a shit ton of money, you can do really good things in this world and you can help a lot of people when you have a lot of money. And you guys all deserve to have a lot of money. You're very trustworthy, loving, giving people. So if anyone in this planet deserves to have money, it's all of you. It's people who are passionate about helping others. They're the ones that deserve to have a lot of money. Kristen said, I want to remove my shame around my abilities to manage money. I'm capable of making good decisions when it comes to managing money. Yes, absolutely, Kristen. All about self-trust. Trust yourself. If you get a lot of money, you're going to be able to manage it properly and you're going to be able to spend it wisely and use your intuition to guide you with knowing how to do that. All right, beautiful, everyone. I love, love, love that you're identifying what's not serving you anymore and what it is that you want to start. You're taking that power and you're owning it and saying, this is how I want to change this for myself. So now my next question for you is, how often do you actually spend time with your money right now? So maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once a month, maybe it's every 3 months. So when I say like, how often are you spending time with money? It's like actually sitting down with your finances, looking at your finances, or it's like reading money books, or it's watching money videos, or, you know, like just anything that you would do to spend time with money. How often are you guys doing that right now? Let me know in the chat box. Okay, so Tina is spending time with her money daily. Cool. That is way more than what I do, Tina. Okay, Alexander said daily. Josh said once or twice a week. Lizana said weekly. Okay. You guys are so much better than me. Jesse said monthly. Amani said once a month. E said I do it daily, but out of scarcity. Okay, that's interesting to recognize that. Monthly. Monica said twice a month. Okay. Cool, cool. Thanks for being honest about that. So what kind of relationship do you want to have with money after this workshop today? So in the chat box, let me know, what kind of relationship do you want to have with money after today? Fun one. Okay. Healthy. Want to trust it. Healthy and balanced. And just so you know, this is a really coaching thing we ask, but you have a relationship with everything in your life. You have a relationship with your emotions. We usually think of relationships with people. We have relationships with our emotions. We have relationships with our things. So you can have a relationship with money too. Yeah, Mani, let's be BFFs with our money. Totally. Money's our best friend. Melinda wants to really love money again. Yeah, for the longest time, I couldn't talk about money. I didn't want to focus on it. I didn't want to look at it because I was so ashamed of it and embarrassed and afraid of it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what if I was treating a person like this in my life? That would be awful. So again, you want to think of money as like a person in your life that you love and you care about. So how would you treat money if you viewed it that way, right? All right. So the next exercise we're going to do, and my clients freaking love this one, is we're going to write a letter to money. So again, grab your pen and paper, and I want you to write, and I'm going to actually just show you really quick what mine does. So we're going to do a share screen, what my money letter looks like. So you guys can have an idea. If you think I'm crazy, you're like, what? So this is what I wrote. Dearest Money, first of all, I'm sorry. You have provided so many wonderful gifts in my life, and I know that I haven't always shown my appreciation. Often I'm fearful that you're not going to be available or show up when I need you the most. But you've always been there for me, and I know you will keep being there for me moving forward. I hope that we can spend more time together and do some really cool shit for others. Let's keep being friends, and I promise to welcome you with open arms as often as I can. You're always welcome to hang out in my bank account whenever you want. Love, Krista. So you guys are going to do the same. You're going to take a couple minutes and you're going to act like money is a person in your life, and we're going to write a letter to it. And you're going to tell money the type of relationship that you want to have. If you need to ask for forgiveness, you can do that. But this is going to help you to be more in control of your relationship with money. Yeah, I like that, Zuzana. So you can treat money as like your best friend. You can treat money as like your lover. However you want to treat it, however it feels good. So take a couple minutes, and on your paper, you're going to write your letter to money. And then I want to hear from a couple people after you're done what your money letters sound like. Okay, is there anyone that wants to come on and start reading their money letter? Do we have any brave souls in the Zoom room today?
I can go.
Yeah, go ahead, Vivian.
Okay. Dear Money, I want to have a healthy relationship with you. I am so sorry that I haven't been treating you well. I'm sorry for ignoring you. There won't be that weirdness anymore from this point on. So we get to hang out, grow together, make shit ton of great stuff happen in the world. We get to expand, create new ideas, empower others, and change the world.
you and me get to shape industries, build schools, and bring a lot of empowerment to people.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks for sharing. Who else wants to share their money letter? Did you raise your hand, Cecilia? Okay.
Dear money, I'm so sorry I've had so much fear throughout our relationship. I know I haven't always trusted you to be there for me, even though you always show up when I need you. I know I always ask for you to show up in big ways, yet I push you away out of fear and scarcity. I'm ready to change that. I want you to be a big part of my life, and I'm declaring now that I'm opening myself up to receiving you fearlessly. I know you want to spend time with me, good quality time, and to this I say yes. Thank you for always showing up for me, and I promise to treat you better going forward. You and I are going to do amazing things together. Love, Cecilia.
Beautiful. I love that. Thank you, Cecilia. Oh, I just feel the energy shifting already from the start of this workshop. There was just, kind of so much like, now it's just like everyone's relaxed and they're excited to build this relationship with money. So it's really cool to see all this working. Awesome. Okay, so let's go through the second part of the worksheet. And I want to share with you all some different actions that you can start taking to build your own spiritual and mindset practices and rituals around money in your personal life and in your business. And again, remember what I said in the beginning, the people who are the most successful on this planet are the ones that are committed to doing the mindset work and building the relationship around money consistently. So let me do a share screen. Let's get out of my Gmail account. Okay. And remember, you guys have access to all of this on the worksheet as well. Okay, so the first thing is we need to detox. So this is so much more than about money. This is your life, right? So you can't have, I don't want to say you can't, it's if you have a lot of stuff weighing you down, it's really hard to receive and be open to having more money come into your life. So this is where I want you guys to, clean out your wallet, your purse, your office, your house, your car, or your closet. And it's a perfect time because it's the spring, right? So you're going to let go of the stuff that no longer brings you joy. And a lot of that is going to be that clutter. Also, what you can do is you can sage your house. Every morning I sage my office. Here, I'll show you what that looks like. So I have this abalone shell, and then I have these sage leaves that I light on fire, and I just sage everything. And it's to really let go of any toxic or negative energy. Also, people who I just recently got a new haircut. Usually when people get a new haircut or new clothes or a new look, they're about ready to do something really big in their life. So if you're feeling that urge to do something different with your appearance, do it, because it's going to bring this new sense of energy and this new sense of power. Coco Chanel says, a woman who changes her hair style is getting ready to change her life, which is absolutely true. I see all my clients do that. It's so funny. It's right before my clients will hire me. They're always like, I just felt this need to clean out my entire house and cut my hair. And I see it every single time. Also too, really at this time, evaluate your relationships and the commitments that you have in your life. And if there's anything weighing you down, remember, you always get to say no, or you always get to end that. If you feel like it's not serving you, you do have that power. And then I love doing cord cutting meditations. I gave you guys a reference I sent you another worksheet, a Google Doc, and there's a cord cutting meditation I love on YouTube. And this is really good to do if you're having trouble letting go of any toxic relationships in your life. So the next thing is we want to practice receiving. So again, if we're going to bring more money into our life, we do have to learn how to accept that and not push it away or feel guilty. So pay attention. Like if someone gives you a compliment, are you saying like, oh my gosh, thank you. I thank you for saying that. Or are you like, oh, that's not true. Or don't say that. So you want to practice receiving compliments. Also practice receiving help and support. There's so much help and support out in the world. Notice if you're pushing it away or not. Also practice receiving money. I had a VA that I worked with a couple years ago, and I was so excited to pay her. And I could tell she was so uncomfortable for me to pay her for her services. And then I didn't even want to pay her at the end of the day. So again, practice receiving money and receiving it in a way where you just wholeheartedly receive it with your heart. And then practice giving. So Monica taught me this thing. It's called gratitude marketing. I do it a couple times a week, and I start my day by writing a thank you note to, someone I met at a networking meeting or one of my clients, and to just practice saying thank you. Having a grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. So it's really important to have a gratitude practice, and you can do this gratitude marketing as well. It's been one of my favorite new activities. And who doesn't like to receive a thank you letter in the mail these days? Also, donating and volunteering are huge. They're everything. Just so you all know, 10% of today's profits are going to actually go to my friend Berhenda's nonprofit that she started, The Power of Girlhood. So for me, what I do is every month when I'm doing my money date in my business, I always donate 10% of my profits to an organization or a charity that I believe in. I think it's so important to practice giving. One of the law of attractions is what you give what you want to receive. So if you want to receive more money in your life, you have to practice giving more money. And Tony Robbins says as well, if you can't give $1, right? So say you have $10 in your bank account right now, and if you can't give $1 and donate that to someone else, what makes you think that when you're a millionaire, you're going to be able to, donate $100,000? Like, you have to practice with what you have right now. And even if you can only give $1, then you give $1. Also, so dating your money, again, like Susanna was talking about wanting to treat your money like a lover, you want to start dating your money. And I go on I do a money date once a month. You guys can do it a couple times a week. You can do it weekly. It's up to you. But when you do your money date, I want you to schedule it in your calendar. And then there's some different things that you can do here. You can wear the color green. You can burn. I have this Reiki charged money candle that I always burn. I have all my crystals right here next to me. So citrine, tiger's eye, moss agate. Okay, you can burn essential oils. You can have money music and meditations going on in the background. So there's all these different like spiritual practices that you can do. I have a money tree here in my office. I have Buddhas, I have crystals, I have elephants. Just feng shui the shit out of your space in your office to attract that money. And then, also, again, really important to be reading money mindset books as often as you can. I have some of my favorites on that resource, that document, and then doing a gratitude practice as well. Excuse me, let me take a quick drink. Okay. And then the last thing is spiritual sales. So this is going to apply, a lot of the stuff that we're talking about today is going to apply how you show up in your sales process with your business and with your clients. And Monica and I started this thing called the Sunday calling in ceremony. And anytime before we have like a big launch for something, for like a retreat or a group program, we both, we're in our offices and we light all our incense and sage and have our crystals, and we meditate together and we ask the universe to connect us to the souls that need our services the most at this time. And we open ourselves up to be channels. and to receive any messages that we need to receive. So I would highly recommend for all of you to start your own version of a calling in ceremony. And you can do it before a big launch, or you can do it if you're like, you know, it's just helping you to co-create with the universe and using your intuition to guide you with your next step. And then that's how I always ask the universe, like, who needs my help the most at this time? Who's ready to work with me? Who is ready to receive my support and my help and my love and my coaching? And then I wait and I see what kind of answers pop up. And then that's the people who I know how to reach out to. And then a lot of times those people become my clients. So it's really powerful to do these practices and to connect with your higher power. And it doesn't have to be the universe. It can be God, or it can be source or spirit, or whatever you want to call it. But when we're disconnected from our creator, it makes our business so much harder, and it makes receiving money so much more difficult. Also, I have a thing called the Warrior Plan. So it's something that I do right before I get on a sales call. And I just do like grounding exercises. So like I'll go for a walk, or I'll do yoga, or I'll meditate, or I'll listen to a money manifestation. So I would really recommend, before you guys get on sales calls, that you have like a little spiritual practice or ritual that you do that gets you into this really like beautiful, open, accepting mindset, so you can really show up powerful for your client. And then one of the biggest things that, if I can leave you with today, everyone, is that make sure that you're staying unattached from outcomes, and you're really showing up from a place of service anytime you do sales. So I actually had a discovery call right before this workshop today, and in the past, I would have put so much pressure on myself, like, oh my gosh, I hope that she signs up, or I hope that like I can ask all the right type of coaching questions, or I hope she becomes my client. And really what I've been practicing is I just show up onto the call and I want to get to know the person, and I want to see how can I best serve and support them. And then maybe from there we'll work together, or we'll explore what it would look like to work together. But I know that my main job is to be present with her and to see how I can best support her. And then we'll go from there. And I truly believe that money should always be second with anything that you do. So anytime you launch like a retreat, a workshop, a group program, a one-to-one offering, if you lead with, oh my gosh, I want to do this to make money, or I want to do this to fill all my spots, then it's going to distract you. It's going to distract you, and it's going to put you into this place of fear and pressure on yourself. So if you can really just show up like, I just want to serve and help so many people, then the money always follows second. And I personally think that feels so much better. So I'm going to stop there. That was a lot of information. Oh, I got really hot. Sorry. Okay. So I would love to hear, I didn't leave a whole lot of time, but is there anyone that wants like a little bit of coaching around what we just, no, I'm not going into labor. I'm just really out of breath. My baby's taking up all my space where my lungs used to be. So I would love to just do a little bit of hot seat coaching with someone right now. So if you want to come onto camera, and just from everything coming up today, is there anything that you're still struggling with, or anything that you would want to work through? Don't be shy. It's going to be fun. I love hot seat coaching. Erica, yeah, go ahead.
It's scary, but okay, maybe it's needed.
Yeah. Scary's good.
Yeah, so I realized something that I didn't realize until today. During this meditation, when I went back into my childhood and father in the adulthood, it's crazy, but each time something was happening related to money, it had this negative tone. And I guess maybe because of that, I energetically closed myself up for any kind of receiving. And as well, I feel bad when I receive compliments. Like, oh, now, why we say that now, you know? Like, I don't deserve it. It's just like something normal to do to support somebody. So, yeah, I guess what I need to do, I need to create new memories, like what I put in the chat, you know. But yeah, I feel pretty low right now because of this aha moment that I didn't see at all in the past.
Yeah. So how can you have this new awareness of these things that are coming up and use this as motivation for moving forward with what you want to create?
Yeah, now I'll surely have the awareness. I don't know how I can use it as motivation. Well, I've seen today so many people who are good with money, you know. So I guess this is motivation. To know that there are others who are doing better and it's possible to be there. Because sometimes it seems like, okay, like everybody is struggling right now. Like there is no money anywhere, you know.
Yeah.
But when you hear that some people are great at manifesting and great at receiving, okay, there are some other issues in there, like maybe not feeling fully content. But when you hear that it's possible to do that, it makes you feel it's possible for you too.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to share too, I think it's great that you brought that up, right? Because if you all watch the news right now, it might feel like the whole world is struggling and everyone's losing their jobs and no one's doing well financially. And we do have to remember that sometimes it's good to watch the news or be aware of what's going on, but sometimes you have to put your blinders on too, because there's a lot of people right now who are doing really well in the world. There's a lot of people who are making a lot of money and their, businesses are doing well. And so again, right, it's really important not to get stuck in those stories of like everyone's suffering and no one's doing well and everyone's losing their job and no one's making money, because it's actually not true. So, I mean, right, you can use that as motivation and inspiration of like saying, okay, how can I shift my business and get adaptive and creative to serve the needs of people right now based off what, or my audience, whatever your audience is, Erica. And when you show up from that place of being more focused on like, how can I serve them versus like, I know you didn't say this, but like, I feel bad about charging right now. Like people they want help right now. They want support. And so then the price gets to reflect that. Even like for the workshop I did today, right? Today was like, pay what you can. Some people paid $1, some people paid $50. Like I wanted to honor where everyone's at in their budget, but I felt like, what does the world need right now? The world needs a safe place to share their money fears and to work through their money stuff, because this situations bring up a lot of stuff for people's money things. And so that's how I created this workshop. But if I was so scared to like launch a workshop and charge for it right now, none of this would be happening. So I just shared a lot. What's coming up for you, Erica?
Yeah, definitely. I saw how many people are today here, and this is really encouraging and uplifting and giving hope that, okay, maybe we should just do the thing without having any scarcity. Yeah, I guess I'll need to reflect more on this in my own time, but being here is really encouraging because we see all these stories I read so many posts where people brag they earn like 60,000, like 100,000, in a very short period of time. And this kind of posts can make us, oh my God, they are doing it and I am not, so maybe I'm worthless, So it was amazing to be here. It was amazing to be among so many people and to read all the comments and to see all the things that different people go through, And of course, if you didn't do that, if you were afraid, none of this would happen and we wouldn't read others and know what they feel.
So it sounds like there's that comparison going on of when you see other people who like brag about like, oh, I made all this money overnight, or I made all this money in business, and then you're bringing that back to a story about you of like, oh, I must be doing something wrong. They're doing something right and I'm doing something wrong. Would you say that's true?
Yeah, definitely. Because, people who post this kind of posts, they don't talk about their struggles. And I am sure, like, I know that everybody is having struggles. We just don't talk about it. But when they don't talk about it, it seems like it's so easy and you cannot do that. So where that leaves you, like,
yeah,
I'm not able, others can, and I'm not able.
Yeah. And that's why, like, for me, I don't spend a lot of time on social media, which is probably really funny to most of you because my office is actually on Facebook. But like, I show up on social media to create and to serve, and I don't follow a lot of people. Because if I follow a lot of people, I will probably, like, at the end of the day be like, oh my gosh, the whole world is doing amazing and I'm sucking right now. So you can always give yourself permission to, have the relationship with social media. But I do agree with who said it in here, Melinda. Yeah, they're not telling the whole story. Like, if there is people who are experiencing a lot of success, right, we're seeing the tip of the iceberg. We're not seeing the iceberg that's below the surface of the water. We're not seeing the journey and the struggle and the years that it took to achieve that success. Every successful person, actually one of my most favorite podcasts by, what's it called? Guy Raz, How I Built This. Does anyone watch that or listen to that podcast? Oh my gosh, please everyone make that a priority this week. Download the podcast, How I Built This by NPR Radio, Guy Raz, and he interviews the most successful entrepreneurs out there. So the people who created Airbnb, Lyft, Uber, Chesapeake Bay Candles, Chuck E. Cheese, any big multi-billion-dollar business out there, he interviews them and gets their success story. And they're so honest about all of the failures and the setbacks that they had to get where they're at today. And it's so encouraging and it's so inspiring to know that, with a lot of money and with a lot of success comes the failures, comes the setbacks, comes the struggles, comes the worries, comes the fear. Like, you can't get to the top without having all of that. But you're right, Erica, a lot of times people aren't honest about that journey, but it's always there. It's always there.
And I just really wanted to share the part of the meditation. So when I was very young, I don't remember how old, but very young, my mom gave me pocket money. It was like five units of the currency, just like one paper. And I kept it in my jacket pocket. And I don't know what happened to it. Did it, maybe it just flew away, or I don't know, maybe somebody pulled it from there. But I didn't find it anymore. It was there and then it wasn't there anymore. And in this meditation, I remember this moment. And what I did with my younger self, I gave back, I gave that paper to her. And I said, there is more where that comes from.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this statement is huge. There is more where that comes from.
Yeah.
I think I hear it in Mary Forleo's training.
Yeah.
But yeah, just believing that there is more and we just need to go and get it.
Yeah.
In our aligned ways,
Absolutely. Money never runs out. There's always, always more. I like to think of money as like a beautiful water flow, and whatever's flowing out is always coming back in. And it is. Money completely doesn't ever just run out. Thank you so much for sharing all that, Erica.
Thank you, Krista.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. So we're at the end here. So before we do our drawing, and actually Monica already helped me to pick a winner. We'll announce that here shortly, but I just want to tell you guys about something really quick, and then we'll end this. So I just want to invite all of you. So what I do at the end of these workshops, and if you guys want to, just so you know, this is how I do my sales strategy and process. So feel free to learn and use what I use. But I love doing these. These are so much fun. And I offer these assessment calls to people who need them at the end of my workshops. And it's a 45-minute call. It's complimentary. I was trying to think like, okay, what would all of you need? What would be next steps after this workshop today? And what I've said here is you've invested in the courses, you've done the mindset work now, and now you're ready to start selling your offerings and getting paid for your skills, time, and knowledge. So I really do. I consider myself a sales expert. When I was working at the coach for the coach training company I worked for last year, I was their top saleswoman. I really do feel I was put on this earth to help people sell in a beautiful, aligned, and powerful way. And I want to help people sell I just want to help people feel so powerful in their sales process and make as much money as possible so that way they can do amazing things in this world. So on this call, what I want to offer you is we'll clear any remaining fears or doubts or worries that you still have around selling, even on a discovery call. We'll look over your sales strategy, identify where some gaps might exist in your sales process, and then I'll help you to create a plan. Because I think when you don't have a plan, it can be really scary to show up in sales and to serve your clients. So this is my gift to all of you, and you can book it here. The only caveat is that starting May 2nd, that's my due date, I'm not going to be offering these anymore. So if you want to take advantage of this, I would highly recommend booking it today. And because I only have so many spots opened, and then after that I'm going on maternity leave. And then also this is a good chance too, if you've ever thought about working with me one-on-one, and I do think you should absolutely work with me at one-on-one at some point. We can explore of what that would look like. And I'm not going to take one-on-one clients till starting this fall. So I'm going to take the summer off, but we could just talk about, what would that look like if you did want to have a coach and to help you build your coaching business and to help you feel really powerful in sales. And I would be happy to have that conversation with you. So here is the link on your worksheet to book that call. I'm excited to see who wants to do that with me. It's going to be really fun and powerful. And then so Monica, do you want to announce who the winner was for our drawing today? Is Monica still here?
I think she had to jump off.
Oh, bummer. Well, I was going to have her announce. So we put everyone's name into a drawing, and Josh was actually the winner. Yay. Congratulations, Josh. So Josh, okay, real quick, one more screen share, guys. I want to show you that document that I was talking about, and then I'll let you all go. Boop. So you guys, I sent this to all of you. So these are some of my favorite money resources. So I have some books on here, some meditations, and some products. And Josh, you can choose one of these books. These are, I think, the most amazing money mindset books. So The Path to Wealth, The Magic, How to Be a Badass at Making Money, or Unleash Your Inner Money Babe. You can choose one of those, and then I will send you a free copy of that book so you can keep working on your money mindset.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we'll coordinate that after the call. Thank you everyone so much for being here. And I would love actually just really quick in the comment or in the chat box, tell me what was the most useful for you today? What was the most useful for you from our workshop today? I actually ask this at the end of all my personal coaching sessions as well. Oh, thank you, Vivian. That's such a sweet testimonial. Yeah, I love coaching people. What was the most useful for you today? The tapping, okay. Learning that there are more people who struggle with the same things. Yep, you're not alone. Yeah, talking about money and tapping. Just seeing how this all came out and sharing time with everyone. Every single thing, shifting perspective, treating money like a friend. I love the hot seat coaching. Yeah, I should have left more time for that. Meditation and tapping. Good, good. Tips on clearing out negative energy around money and ways to improve, such as money dates and clearing out a purse. Totally, Stephanie. Yeah. Kristen said my awesomeness. Oh, thanks. Meditations, tapping letter. Yeah. Anyone else want to add what was the most useful for you from today?
Krista, for me, it's honestly all the things that we did and they came together very nicely. It's like a puzzle coming together. And I think the session without any of these things, it would be different. It wouldn't be complete, but now it feels like it's complete.
Good. Well, thank you so much for being here. And I hope all of you, adopt some new spiritual practices and rituals for yourself around money, and you give yourself permission to just, be the fullest expression of you and put your offerings and services out into the world and charge a price that feels good and aligned, and trust that there's people out there who are ready to pay it and they want to pay it and they want to work with you. And money is such a healing part of that transaction. So, okay, thank you everyone. I love you all. Wish me luck in my labor journey, and I promise that I will host more workshops starting this fall. So thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.